Hello guys, Zueljin here and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft Infinity server. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I am outgrowing my town, you guys. I am outgrowing the space that I need to do most of the things, and it's starting to become an aesthetic nightmare, and I hate it. So I did want to continue with the village decorations like this, but I'm not going to live out here for much longer. I have the idea that I want to build a little base. So I'm thinking that I want to do it in this area, and I want to say that it's going to be a pretty large build. Like, I'm thinking something kind of like a mage's guild, so to speak. I don't want to use too many of these weird modded textures. I'm gonna kind of go for a vanilla looking build, but I'm gonna accent it very I guess I should say detail oriented. I'm gonna put lines in it, and it's gonna be a terrific build. Because I can fly, I think I'll have the ability to really put something together. Naturally, I'm going to have to cull a little bit of this land out, and I'll start the build there. But I'll show you guys a little bit of progress that I've made. So I've been doing quite a bit of the Thaumcraft research stuff. Thank y'all for telling me about the goggles and all that good stuff. There's plenty of direction that I want to take. I've been gathering a lot of wood with my little iron lumber axe here, and you can see when I pop this in, it makes a whole lot of mess, but this little vacuum chest that I put together sucks it up, and I manually transfer the stuff here and there. So for what I need it for, it's pretty good. I've also been taking a little chance to store up some LP instead of using my Sigil of the Green Grove, and I've been pulverizing bone meal with it, which is pretty awesome. Every bone that you pulverize gives you 6 bone meal, so it's been helping me out with the tree form tremendously. But as you can see, like, everything's a little mess. You know, I caught myself saying I want to go to tier 4 with my blood altar, but I really wasn't at the point to where I have enough room to do it. So it would take me moving it and stuff, and I think I could wait a little while on that because I'm not really doing anything really, you know, insane. I have flight powers, so I'm happy with that, and I saved up a little LP so that I can use it, you know, my stuff pretty good. So let me show you a little bit what I've done in the Thaumonomicon. Let's go ahead and open that up, and I can show you what I've been finding. So I learned a lot. I was running out of aspects, so I ended up making this thing, which is called a deconstruction table. And the recipe is pretty straightforward, but I was starting to run out of, like, wand juice, I guess you could say. And they call it Viz, but or V. But as you can see, I don't have enough V to make another one of these copper caps, and that kind of increases the wand power. So I'm running into some difficulties there. Most of the stuff is really boring what I'm doing, but what it really amounts to is getting a lot of this stuff out the way so that I can really build stuff through Thaumcraft for you, you know, on camera. So this is the little deconstruction table I made, and it's pretty cool. When you look at the research guide and you see some of these aspects, I was out of air, for instance, okay? And there's a lot of stuff that I don't have a lot of, but you can combine it. So Humanus is one of these things, for instance. It takes Animus Incognito, I think, or Bestia Incognito. So I could put these together, Bestia Incognito, and I can make Humanus. Pretty easy, right? But air doesn't have that. So I caught myself saying, you know, how do I get these aspects when you're out of a primal aspect? And without scanning, like, you can't just scan stuff forever, because once you scan something once, you can't scan it again. So there's something very simple that you can do, and that's using the deconstruction table. So let's, for instance, take the spruce wood, and let's drop in crafting benches. Now, one of the cool things about that, you can see what this deconstruction table does is it breaks down things to it breaks down complex aspects to their primal aspects, and this just so happens to be able to give you each one. So if I go in here and I put this in the table, it'll start breaking it down. You see this nice cool graphic on top, right? And then you'll get primal aspects. So click Terra, boom, it works. Air, done, boom. So it works pretty good. It's slow, but it is surefire, and I really like it. I think it was an awesome tip that I got from reading through the forums and stuff. So anyway, that's Thaumcraft in a nutshell and where I'm at on it. But today I'm gonna get a little ways away from the magic and the trees and all this stuff that I'm trying to put together. And I want to do a little bit of terraforming out here and some placement of blocks. Now, I have some inspiration that I got a little while back from a cool PvP map that I played on. And it was like a Hunger Games map, mchungergames.net or something like that. At any rate, they had some cool medieval buildings that I want to try out. And I want to build like this like mage guild, and it's gonna have a lot of wood in it. So I've been saving up quite a bit of spruce lately. So let's go ahead and pull out some of that spruce. And oh, it goes into this chest. Alright, so I got plenty of this spruce, and I also want to use some oak, but I want to chisel it. So let's go grab some of the oak that I've pulled to the side, and I've actually just chopped down a twilight oak in the twilight forest, and I didn't even get the whole thing, but I got so much wood from it from one swing of my iron lumber axe. It was really, really good. Another thing I'm going to need is my chisel. So let's grab that, and where is the chisel? There it is. And I can always make an auto chisel too, but I've never really even looked into that. So let's get some oak from the twilight oak logs, and this will give us some backdrop to complement the stuff that I have with the spruce. So if we right click on the chisel, you'll see that we get this little menu up, and you can put the oak planks in here, and you get a variety of different things. I actually really like these, the oak wood planks, the oak wood panels. Those are going to be some great backdrops for some of the stuff that I want to do, but I do want to try out some builds. Another thing that I'd like to do is use stone bricks, but there's a few different kind of stone bricks, so let's look at them here. Stone brick. So we have quite a bit. There's bloodstone brick, which is amazing, but I'm not quite ready for it. There's diff stuff right here too, which is grimstone, and grimstone is made from, let's see how you make this stuff. Grimstone from Chisel 2. It looks like you have to make this stuff, which is regular grimstone, and that is coal plus stone. And guys, I think that is going to be a terrific choice. So let's see if I can grab some of this. How much stone do I really have on hand? I only have 40 right here. I should probably burn some cobble in a furnace setup. So maybe that's going to be the best case scenario right now, but let's just take a look at what we can do with this. So let's see, I'll need what, 5? And that'll stretch out that much. So we'll do the stone, and we'll do this stone and work around that. And there's our grimstone. So with that, we can chisel the grimstone into a variety of things actually, but the stone bricks is what I was most interested in, and that's these large grimstone bricks. They don't look really crazy or anything, they just look pretty good. So let's see how these look when I place them down. You know, that's a pretty nice texture. I like that a lot. I don't know if it's gonna balance real well with the wood, so we'll just see. It might look better if we had gray. So let's go out and kind of get a wall palette done. Actually, it's just it's me, DMAC, and TFC on, so we might not be able to do it unless it's dark here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out at night while it's dark, and you guys would have trouble seeing, and then we'll come back and start on a wall. Alright, you guys, the area is just about done. DMAC is getting achievements like crazy, and I have the grimstone ready to go. Now, let's put the grimstone down and we'll see. Let's see. If we go 4 wide, that actually might not be enough. I'd like to go 5 wide. Let's make it a little bit bigger. And then we can do the pillars like right here. So we'll do the pillars right here. Oh, I wanted that facing up. Like this. And this is gonna be like the layout of what like one of the walls are. And it's kind of on the side. We should have maybe did it right here instead. So let's do that instead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll come out like that. And we'll just knock this portion off because this will be a separate part of the entrance, right? Or this will be like an entrance or something like that. I'm not real sure. I'm just kind of winging it. I'm going off of the inspiration that I'll talk to y'all about, but at the same time I want to make it my own as well. So if we take the grimstone up, let's see, I I guess 5. Is that too tall? We'll see. Let's just put it up for now like this. And if you guys ever watched any kind of like medieval build tutorials, you're gonna see that this is kind of the way that they build. And I've never really built in this style before. They use a lot of pillars and intersections and braces and stuff like that. So we'll take these up as these pillars, like so, to the top. I think maybe it has to come out a little bit higher too. I need to stop doing that. It's gonna take me forever to build if I do that. I don't know about the Grimstone either because of the fact that it's like an animated texture. Just so it doesn't lag my client. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I don't want it to lag. Okay, so we've got this little section here. That's pretty good. Now I want to use some of those oak wood planks that I talked about. Now I tried the other ones that I talked about. Let's see, where's my chisel? There it is. If I put these in there, I tried these, the oak wood planks, and they just looked weird. It would look better as something like floor tile, but these actually look really good. The oak wood planks, the smooth ones. So that's the one that I've been using, that I think I'm gonna use. I laid some out and I really liked it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're gonna come out with, let's see, we could come out right here with these oak logs, like that. That way the pillars will stick out a little bit further, and now we're starting to get some dimension, right? So with this, we probably need to come out with the oak planks on the same area as this. So let's do them right here instead. Well, not right there. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna trim on the inside yet, so I'm just going to try to save materials until then. So let's do it all the way across like that. Okay, so now we have kind of like an insert. Now with these beams or these pillars or whatever, we can have something coming out on top that would kind of separate. So if we did like this, that comes out one on top, and we can do like some brace structures. So let's try that. Let's try some stairs, almost like some brackets, like wooden brackets, you know what I mean? So let's take, I guess we'll just use regular spruce as a brace right here. And we can do something like that, that, and that. Even though I should use logs, technically. From the inside, I don't know if it's going to show. Let's just try it out. Actually, you know what? I am going to use logs for that. It's not like spruce is a limited resource for us, so I don't know why I don't need to be ultra conservative. Okay. We'll take 2 spruce logs and bring them up like this. And then we'll also take some stairs like this and make like a brace, right? And then we'll also do it like that. And that way it shows kind of like it's a bracket. So if we brought, if we brought that spruce out one more time, I don't even know if that's exactly what I'm going to do yet. But if we brought that spruce out one more time, it looks like that's kind of like a bracket, you know. So I'm going to repeat that pattern a little bit and bring this up one more time and maybe do some windows in these. Alright you guys, the design is moving quite well. I think I like it. I changed up the stairs and the pillars. I brought the pillars out by 2 all the way up, and I'm just kind of complementing them with this design instead. So I come out with the stairs just like so. And then instead right here of wrapping the stairs all the way around, I kind of just do 2, and then I add the half slabs here, and that way you can see the support through it. And it looks pretty good. I've also added a different level of height at the second tier right here. And I think with like the windows and the way it does, it gives it some nice symmetry that I'm really fond of. You know, building in modded is always so good. You can spend a lot of time though, like if I could fly but only have basic blocks, I think I would move a lot faster, but all in all, I still love the way it comes out. Now I also tried this. This stuff is called Quite Clear Glass. It's from Ender.io, and you can also make it just by chiseling regular glass out. But I don't like the way like it's too clear for this build. I think I need a little bit of noise in it, if you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and take our chisel and try a few things out. Let's take the rest of the quite clear glass that we have and try different things. There's dungeon glass, which might look pretty cool. So let's try that at the top. We'll do like a set of 6. No, I don't know about that. Bubble glass is a definite maybe. Now, this is a much better look using this modern glass, and then the modern iron fence glass, and then the ornate steel glass in the middle. And I also forgot that you can use the chisel like this. So you can just cycle down until it gets to the exact one that you want. And it all connects after a little while, just like that. And that looks pretty darn good. The quite clear glass just wasn't given enough texture for it, and I was scared that that was going to be a problem. So now I need to kind of shape this out at the top and maybe make it come to a roof. Alright you guys, I found an awesome way to do the roof. I added one more support in the middle here, and instead of coming out at just like a square or using these, I decided to come up with an angled window. Now this is something that you really can't do in without carpenter blocks, but check this out. I used this little section here just to come in with the glass, and then on top I did the carpenter block. So from the top you don't notice anything, and from the bottom on the inside it's kind of bad, but we'll actually cover that up. That's not going to be a problem. But from the outside, I think it looks magnificent. I really like it. So just discussing the layout, I think this is a proper wall for what I have. Now, if this were to have another one just like that next to it, like let's say over here, okay? So just this big square would be taken up, and the center point would be like a grand entranceway, and it would come to a recessed tower, and the tower would go up higher than this section, and it would look kind of like this section, but naturally it'd be a little bit different just to break up the monotony. I think it would look really good. So I'm gonna wait for your feedback on that, and before we go, I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into blood magic and the way that I want it to go. So we already said that we needed to do tier 4, and we're not quite that way, but something that we need to do, 30 minutes, I got time. Something that we need to do is get a bound sword in place. So I do have a little bit of the blood runes. I need ritual stones. That's what I need. I always get the two confused. So let's see where my ritual stones are. Alright guys, I made a few more ritual stones because I didn't have quite enough, but I've already got the 24 that's necessary for this. And I also made a ritual diviner. Now a ritual diviner, I don't know if I showed y'all this already, but basically this is the crafting recipe for it, and it auto places ritual stones for you. So these elemental inscription tools are different things that you have to put in the blood altar, like there's obsidian, magma cream, gas tier, and lapis block, which I've already had, and I had 1 emerald left, which is pretty cool. So with 4 diamonds I made the ritual diviner, and this is kind of how it works. So you basically place the master ritual stone somewhere like here, and then you kill creepers that try to sneak up on you. Oh, I don't have it set to my other thing. Let's see, I should be able to kill this guy relatively easy. There we go. Okay, like I was saying, so you can shift right click in order to cycle through the different types of rituals. Naturally, we want the ritual of binding, which is one of the first ones. There's so many. Interdiction, containment, there it is, binding. So what this does is when you right click, it uses ritual stones from your inventory and places them accordingly. See that? It did that one time and it used a ritual stone. So you can hold this ritual down until it places everywhere that it needs to, and then it stops when you're out of ritual stones or when the ritual is complete. Now, you need this weak activation crystal, and what you'll notice is when you right click it, it says a rush of energy flows through the ritual, and you'll see this new type of particle effect. So when you look at the amount of LP that this thing drains, I don't think I have it, but I think, oh yeah, there we go. So if I right click, it's going to say I have 116,795 LP in it. So the first thing that we want to do is actually we're going to bind a sword so that we can get something called blood shards. And this is going to be what we need to get to the next tier. So let me quickly make a diamond sword. And I'll also make a diamond pick too. That way we'll bind both of them. And there we go. We have a diamond pick and a diamond sword now. And now that it's ready, you should just be able to throw down the diamond sword and watch it go. There it is. Lightning strikes. It goes kind of crazy. And once the process is finished, you get a cool weapon that can get blood shards. So as soon as that finishes, there we go. And where is my sword? It looks as though this may not have worked. 116,795. Maybe I should have gotten a little bit close. It may have just burned up the sword too. Let's try that one more time. Let's see, a couple diamonds, which I have plenty of, and then let's make sticks and diamonds right on top. Alright, I should have loaded up a magnet to do this, but okay. Weak activation crystal. It starts again. And now let's eat, just in case. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of duck in there and hope that we can survive. We'll throw down the sword. Oh, it just missed. Here we go. Alright. It hurts, but it's okay. We're alive. It looks as though everything is moving according to plan. There is the bound sword. Bound blade. Okay, so it comes in this form, and you see how it's not active right now? If I shift right click, it's active, and now when I kill mobs, I have the chance to get blood shards. So we can also do this with a pick, an axe, and a shovel as well. And let's just see if I can kill this guy and get a blood shard. So it doesn't look like I got a blood shard from him. Let's look around for some more innocent victims. Alright guys, we had to come to the nether, but there is one, a couple of them that just dropped actually. Also with some tongue of dog. I don't think I'll need that for anything, but I'll grab them anyway because they're less common. So with a couple blood shards, we have a bunch of things that we can do. And namely, let's look at the recipe on these guys. Namely, if you press U and bring up the recipes, we can make this, which is empty sockets, and that'll give us basically blood armor. We also have this that gives you the arcane pedestals, meaning that we can start doing summoning. We have a ton of other things that we can actually get from it. Large bloodstone bricks is what we need to make the altar tier 4, and we can also make teleposition focuses, which allow you to make teleposers. There's also a bunch of alchemic chemistry recipes and all sorts of stuff, and you can make the next level blood orb. So altogether guys, really significant upgrade. I need y'all to do me a huge favor. Let me know what y'all think about the wall that I built for the outside or one of the sides of the house, or the guild, I should say. We're gonna call it the Mage Guild, I guess would be a good title for it, because that's where I'm gonna be doing all my magic stuff. I'd like to be able to put my blood altar in there, all of my Thaumcraft stuff, and really go to town on it. So that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I hope y'all really enjoyed it, and as always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time. Bye!